Yeah, they obviously won the division this year. They're a very talented team, very offensive, and we'll definitely have our work cut out for us. But we'll do the right things in the next few days, prepare for that, and be ready for game one.
Hey, Seth, two questions. First off, just when you look back at the Lightning series as a whole, what did you like the most about the way you guys played, and maybe what are some things you guys are looking to improve on as you get ready for round two?
I like the way we came out for games. I like our resiliency. I thought we were pretty good on the defensive side of the puck most of the series. Power play started well. I think we need to clean that up a bit, be a little bit quicker with the puck, especially against pressure. But penalty kill was also fantastic throughout the series, I thought, and that's going to be extremely important going forward. I know, their top guys really thrive with time and space, and when they get power plays and executing there. So it's going to be something that we look to be great in every aspect of that going forward.
And then just with the depth you guys have on the blue line, I mean, Aaron hasn't played in the bulk of the playoffs. We missed a bunch of time through the end of the season, but you guys still had enough guys that could basically handle any situation. Can you just speak to that depth and just how beneficial that is in the playoffs?
It's huge. I mean, you're going to have guys get injured. You're going to have, suspensions, and different things happen throughout a long playoff series, and between each round and during each round. And, Aaron being out is obviously a big part. You saw when he came back, what he brings in all areas of the game for us. But, it's next man up. Ballsy comes in, does a great job. He's physical, hard on pucks. And then we get, scoring from Smitty earlier in that series. On the power play and 5-on-5. So we have everyone that can play. Everyone can step up, take on extra minutes. And then, Cooley comes in, he PKs, hard when Aaron's not in. And the depth is special, and that's going to be much needed going forward.
Just so you know where these questions are coming from, I'm going to talk to your dad in a few minutes, sort of about the he being in the playoffs, you being in the playoffs, and do you follow his like what Denver's doing?
Yeah.
Do you watch the game last night?
I did. I was kind of going back and forth between a lot of the games, but I did see the game. I think they're having a tough time with Kawhi right now, but I think they're confident, and they play Game 7 tomorrow, I believe, in Denver. So, I'll obviously be watching that. And I went to when they won the championship in, I think, 2021.
Yeah.
I think they played Miami in the final, and I was able to go to Game 5 in Miami and see that, which is pretty cool.
And obviously, I've read about you growing up and hockey and how that. But did you play basketball too? Did you?
Just pick up.
Okay,
pick up.
so
Never organized. Never in school or anything like that.
Which I'm sure you get asked a lot. Why not? Right? Why you grew up in an NBA family and?
Yeah, crazy. I mean, the Avalanche were great in the early 2000s. They had 6 or 7 or 8 Hall of Famers on their team. Went to the Cup Finals in 2000, 1 and 01. Was able to be at a lot of those Stanley Cup games. Saw Joe Sakic pass the cup to Ray Bourque, and was there for that game, Game 7. So I think the city of Denver just exploded when it came to youth hockey. And probably kind of like you're seeing here right now with youth hockey as well here in Florida the past few years. So a lot of kids in school were playing. My 2 brothers started playing, so it's just how it happened.
And final thing. Does your dad know anything about hockey?
He does. He's learned, obviously, a lot over the years. He watches when he can. I don't know if he knows the ins and outs of the game. There's levels, I think, to everything. I don't know, there's more things about basketball. I know a lot about basketball as well, but there's a lot more things that he knows, I'm sure. And it goes both ways.
Seth, when you look on this team and you have so many forwards out on the ice who are so responsible defensively, a Barkov, a Reinhart, a Lundell, a Luostarinen, for the blue liners, how would you describe what a difference it makes when you get that type of support from your forward group, and just how effective overall that makes the defensive effort of the team?
Yeah, I think our system is really built on trust, and knowing that the guy next to you and the 4 other guys on the ice are going to do their job. And because we play such an aggressive style, it's really a lot of man-on-man all over the ice. You have your guy, you have a tight gap on your guy, you don't give him time and space. And if 4 other guys aren't doing their job, it's hard, you give a little bit of space because you're worried about something else. But when you have especially our forwards, that's the main thing, them coming back, beating their defensemen up the ice on the rush. Like you look at the Tampa series, their D didn't get much involved because, we're hitting them and then getting out quick, our forwards are, and that allows our D to pinch. And that's what really causes our forechecking game to come alive when their D have to rim pucks and things like that. So, it doesn't matter if it's Barkey, with the first line who's super responsible, or the fourth line, it's been Roddy, it's been Boki, even Greersy, guys like that who, don't play the minutes that our top guys do, are still super responsible. And you can play the same way with whoever's on the ice, which is super important.
Hey, Seth. We all know the situation that you were in prior to the trade deadline. Have you been able to kind of sit back and look at how things have changed and kind of enjoy this ride with this team? I mean, it seems like night and day.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a better situation, obviously, for me. And, it was a tough few years there in Chicago. Nothing against that organization. They're just on a different timeline than what I wanted to be on and the point of my career that I'm in. So I'm super grateful that this organization believed in me. Paul and Bill and everyone involved believed in my abilities, that I can come in and make a difference on this team. And, there's still a lot of work to be done. My game can grow still in a lot of aspects, but, I definitely feel comfortable and happy with where I'm at the moment.
You were with Bob in Columbus when he won the Vezina twice. The way he's playing right now and what you've seen from him from afar the last couple of years, is right now as good as he's ever been?
Yeah, so it's hard to say he's better than, a Vezina year, obviously, but, I think just his work ethic has never changed. Whether he has a great year or a bad year, he comes to the rink prepared the same exact way. He has his routine that he does every single game, every single practice day. And when your best players do that, when they're already at the top of their game, when they're still trying to get better, this late in his career like this, it just spreads through the team. And that's a great thing for us, because we know he's going to be at the top of his game, and we got to be there for him as well. He's got to make big saves, just like last series. So we have no worries, no concerns when he's in the net.
Have you ever asked him why he does the things he does? We just saw him out there for 45 minutes without puck.
Yeah, I have not. No, I don't think anyone does. It's just Bob. You let him do his thing.
Take our last two questions.
How does going up against Tampa's power play in the last series help you with Toronto's explosive power play in this one?
Similar in the ways that if you let your guard down for 5 seconds, it could be in your net. I think it's going to be very similar in that aspect. Obviously, the hands are a little bit different, so they're going to look for different options on us. And I'm sure they're doing just as much video as we're going to be doing on them. So they're going to try to exploit some things that we maybe do. But the main thing for us is we want to dictate up the ice. We want to dictate at the blue line, hard stands at the blue line, make it hard for them to carry it in with possession, and then pressure them hard, take time and space away. Don't let them feel comfortable. Don't let them feel good with the puck. I think we did a pretty good job of that against Tampa, against their top guys. And then sticks are important as well. Obviously, body, you want contact, you want to be physical, but something like the penalty kill, your sticks, super important. They're going to try to throw pucks through you to the middle and things like that. So video's coming for sure for us.
We hear about like Matthew Tkachuk growing up in a pros family and how that carried. I'm just curious, you were around obviously pro athletes a lot, or I don't know, I assume a lot growing up. Did that carry over into, the work ethic or anything that you brought with you?
Yeah, I was going to the basketball arenas at a young age, but I think when I moved back to Dallas, my dad took a job with the Mavericks, and so I was probably 11 or 12, 13 at that time, and was able to go in those locker rooms and really understand, old enough to understand what a professional athlete, how they work every day. So I was able to see Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd and some guys like that played for the Mavericks, and really see on a practice day, on a game day, the preparation, the 1,000 shots they took before the game even started that no one saw, things like that. So I think that's when, it kind of clicked when it came to what really goes in. People just see us playing games, right? They don't understand the practice days, the off days, things like that, what happens. So it was great to get an inside perspective, and I want to say that it did help me through those years, understanding what it took.
Final thing, Michael Jordan, there's a story of you asking Michael Jordan for autographed shoes. Is that accurate for a charity?
I
Is
have
that
no
accurate?
idea. You got to ask my dad about that one. I don't have them if I would love them, but
You were getting a fundraiser for one of your youth teams. You asked him when he signed it, it got a big money.
I don't doubt that for a second. I should have kept them though.
Thanks, Seth.
Thanks.